Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches 6. 30 Days of Sketches round 6, that's what I'm trying to say. We are on to day 3 and I wanted to do a layout share today just because as I was creating this, it was coming together but it wasn't, and so recording it just wasn't working. And so sometimes it goes like that, and it's best to do layout share versus process video in that case. So what happened? What did I do? I started with 4 photos. There should be 5, but I wanted my photos to be a little bit larger, so I took away a photo, though I had them. I was going to do a flip and then use another one. However, these ones, though it works, they still tell the same story. They're not necessarily needed because I've got Barrett, I've got Jackson, I've got Nora, and I've got a scenic photo. So I'm not going to use those. It would have been nice to have Sean. It's always nice to have Sean in the photo, but it's okay. And then I loved it because it worked for each single photo could have part of my title on there. So it's just Explore Bear Creek Park. I did my banner with a sequin pocket instead, which I love. I love this. I used 3 mixes, I think, kind of older mixes mixed in there to create that. And I just think it makes such a cool effect there. So did that. And I am using up the rest of my Good Vibes collection from Crate Paper. And when I say use it up, I mean I have nothing left, you guys. This was all the paper that was left, and I'm so happy to have that collection done. It was probably one of my all-time favorite collections, so the fact that it's done just absolutely makes me smile. And I just took the longest piece that I could find for the strip, and then I just layered. So this piece right here is the largest piece, and it's kind of an L shape, so I placed that one there first. And then I placed this yellow piece, a little corner piece of blue, which I felt would look kind of funny. So to offset that, I added a little bit more blue down here as well. And then finally I came in with this little bit of craft paper, and it just made this cool little design. To help make it stand out, I just simply used a little bit of my ink pad, which I know, surprise, surprise, I actually own one now. And I just inked around the edges because I didn't feel like stitching each one, which is what I probably would have done had I not have had this, but I was being lazy that day, so I didn't do that. The little bit of embellishments that I have left from the collection didn't really work, but I could make this one fit. So I went ahead and did that. And then of course, because it is stitching and all about stitching, I had to get it in somewhere. So I simply stitched the star, and that was my stitching for the day. I'm sorry about Barrett. He's playing with some trains and he's talking to the trains. And then of course, because it's called Bear Creek, I added a little bear. I'll put my journaling there. I had this little frame, so I decided to just use it up. And then I added just a couple pieces of, I can't talk today, of little florals there. That's not floral, it's leaves. So super simple. I tucked a couple pieces for layering in there as well. Each photo is backed, even though it's hard to see, but I just backed it with a little bit of the scrap paper from the collection as well. And I feel like it just works. So it's a little bit different. Obviously the background's a little bit busier than the main sketch that you can see, but you get the idea. You get the nice horizontal idea line here with the photos, with a banner, even though it's a little bit different because I did the sequin banner. You can still kind of see the sketch. So I had fun with this one. I took it a little bit outside of what it looked like. So that made me happy. And like I said, it was documenting. This happened back right as the pandemic was it started, and we were all like supposed to stay home. It wasn't completely it wasn't completed yet, but we weren't really supposed to be going out yet. So that mid-March time, and where we were living, they wanted to sell the house, which was fine, but they wanted people to come into the house and view it. And we're like, I don't know how safe that is, but we didn't really have much of a say. That, at least at the time, we didn't realize we had much of a say. So we left our house and we're like, well, we can't go anywhere. The malls were closed. Like, you couldn't do anything. And with 3 kids, you had to be gone. I think we had to be gone from 11 to 2. or 4 or something. Like it was a long time. And we're like, I don't know. So we ended up going to the park, and this is a really cool park in a town next to us, and just we walked the trails, and we're really just trying to take our time and keep them occupied, trying to figure out what to do because yeah. And that's why these photos I felt were so fitting, because you can just kind of see the uncertainty, even in Sean's face. I mean, I guess I can see it, but just the uncertainty of having no clue about what was going to happen. And you can see it in Jackson's too. And so I might do a whole separate, maybe a traveler's notebook spread about that, because it was such a weird time. But so it was still a fun time. The kids had lots of fun. Sean and I really tried to not let our uncertainties reflect onto them. However, Jackson being in school, not being allowed to be at school, he kind of knew what was happening. So that is what the photos are about, which is, they're a little bit more uncertain, which is why the filter is on them as well. It just kind of gives off that vibe. But if you're looking at my layouts, I just don't want it to scream, you know, not the best time for mom and dad. So I did try to make it kind of fun and playful. So if you read some, I'm going to do some deeper journaling. You want to read the deeper journaling, you'll understand the background of the story. Otherwise, you just see the kids at a park. So that is the background, and that is my layout. Please make sure you head on over and check out Moira and Crystal. Anyone else playing along today will be linked below. I'm pre-recording these, so I'm not actually sure who's playing yet. But if they are, their links to either their Instagram or their YouTube account will be below. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.